everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kat Binder, your friendly neighborhood reader, and in today's reading we're going to take a look at Scorpio for December 2020. So if you are new, thank you for joining me. Stay and enjoy the ride. If you guys are returning, thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, guys. So the way we do it here is we're going to take a look at Scorpio's inner world, outer world, and then messages from spirit, and already things are coming out. So we have the Four of Wands. I'm going to take that one. Four of Wands is a big energy. That's the first thing I heard. It's a big energy. So this could be union. So if you're in a divine counterpart, it's celebration, it's union, it's coming together with somebody. It could be engagements. It's also sort of, how do I explain this? It's also sort of coming into union with yourself, that you are comfortable enough to celebrate the full version of you, Scorpio. So that's amazing, because this is in the internal section of your reading. So I will be doing an extended for this as well. I'm sorry to Libra and Gemini. I couldn't get the extendeds done because the energy was so heavy. For the past couple of signs that I've been doing, there was a lot of shadow work going on in December 2020 for these signs. And that can be very heavy energy for a reader to go through, even to just tap in. So I need to take a little bit of break. If you want to purchase the extended, click on the link below, or you can join me on OnlyFans and pay a 1-month subscription and get access to all the extendeds. So we have the Tower, amazing. So this is the internal breakthrough that you're going through right now. I feel like you're coming through, coming to sudden realizations of the fact that you need to be set free, Scorpio. You need to come into alignment with your authentic self, so both your masculine and feminine side. Because you know, the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s, everybody has a masculine and feminine side. Yeah, but I feel a very powerful shifting kind of energy going on internally with Scorpio. And I'm sorry if my hair is a bit weird, guys. I had it open earlier when I was doing the Aquarius reading, but oh my god, it's so hot today. And I have lights beaming at me when I'm doing this video. It's just 10 times worse. Let's take a look. So we have the Star, amazing. This is, I was almost going to say you have 3 major arcanas, and then I realized the Four of Wands is a minor arcana, but I feel like it's such a big energetic shift going on internally that's aligning you quite suddenly. I'm also seeing divine intervention. So right now you guys are going through some sort of alignment with your inner self and your true authenticity. And it's very funny because I just sent a voice note to a friend of mine speaking about authenticity and vulnerability, and I discussed with him the shadow side and what it means to change. So a lot of people expect change from us, like we become a completely different human being. But in reality, what we do is our soul grows and integrates the shadow aspects. Because remember, it's not about duality. It's not about, the light or the dark. It's not, guys. It's the light and the dark. It's the yin and the yang. So, you got to have a balance. It's not about changing who you are completely. It's about integrating your negative qualities. And this is bringing me to talk about what the union of self is for you, Scorpio. Is that when you integrate your masculine and your feminine, your light and your dark, you then come into this massive, powerful alignment to your true authentic self, and then following your path, what you're meant to do, your purpose, whatever's meant for you in this lifetime. Oh, amazing. And we have the 8 of Wands in the world. So yes, the 8 of Wands is an energetic shift. It's travel, it's communication, it's speed. So that's what's happening for you guys right now. This breakthrough that you've had, where you've reached this inner union, is going to cause such a shift for you energetically. It's going to cause a lot of downloads coming in as well. And with the World card, it sort of completes that cycle. And I'm getting this for a lot of the signs, because even the extended versions, guys, a lot of the signs in December 2020 are going through masses of transformation. It's so intense energy. And it's like the universe is preparing you for the new age, the new world that's coming in 2021. So as you guys know, 2020 has been a hectic year with this pandemic. It's changed so much of our lives and what we perceive You know, what we thought was normal, what we thought was working for us, who we thought we loved, what we thought we wanted to do with our lives. It just caused such a fundamental change within us that the universe in 2020, and I'm interested to see what's going to come up in your guys' extended, is in the last month of December, it's pushing us to really prepare for our New Year's resolution, so to speak. So I will be doing separate readings for the 2021 predictions for the signs, so stay tuned for that. And I'll do that closer to the end of the year, the last couple of weeks, of course. Yeah, so the universe is kind of wanting you to wrap up certain things and prepare you for 2021. I'm hearing that's going to be one hell of a ride. So I don't know if that's collective or if that's just for you, Scorps. Let's get one more in your inner world. The Nine of Wands, interesting. And it's funny because I also spoke to my friend about vulnerability and closing off. And the Nine of Wands is exactly that energy. It's the wounded warrior. It's sort of, it is perseverance, but it's also being guarded. So I'll look into that a bit further with the clarifiers. But let's take a look at what's going on in your outer world, because you've got fundamental, huge shifts going on the inside. I feel like if you've either persevered through your journey, and what I was going to say is that, what was I going to say? Fuck shit, they took it out of me again. Okay, we'll come back to it. See what else we got going on. The Ten of Wands. Okay, so either dropping the burdens or packing everything up and moving on the outside world. Because I think you realize now what was burdening you in the outside world, and I think you realize that you're ready to give up the baggage. Oh, the Ace of Cups, I love it. This is the sudden realization that's coming in. If you are carrying burdens with regards to love, if you are carrying, it's like, this fed up energy. This Ten of Wands is just, you know what, I'm fed up of all the crap. I just want to love, I just want to be free. So it's that kind of energy. And we have the Devil, interesting. So the Devil speaks about restrictions. It speaks about, some sort of thing pulling the strings behind you, and it's not in a good way. It's something that's wanting to seek and control you in a domineering, negative way. And I feel like it could have been those what was I going to say? Burgans. Like burgers. No, burdens. I don't know, maybe I'm hungry. But yeah, it's I feel like the breakthrough here is finally releasing yourself, because I'm drawn to look at the strings in both these cards. So I don't know if you guys can see, but the Devil here has a little figure. The Devil is the devil, the little figure happens to be you, and the Devil is holding you by the strings. But above, on the inside, we have the Star, and she's holding a string to hope. She's holding a string to the galaxy, to the stars. So that's you on the inside, shifting that energy now to change the outer world, where you had outer things kind of controlling you and pulling you by the strings, but now it's all internal. So before it was the outer situation controlling you. Now you controlling things because you control the inside. That's very powerful. That's a lot of spiritual growth. Yes, so now I remember what I was going to say about the internal world. You guys have completed the journey of growth. Now, I know we're forever growing as long as we live and breathe on this earth. Our soul is forever ascending, even if we die in this lifetime and then be reborn. We're continuing our ascension process. But in this lifetime, you had to go through a lot of experiences with the World card. That's about knowledge, worldly knowledge. I've been around the block, so I got the information. I got the t-shirt, I've been there, whatever. You are completing this massive cycle of lessons, karmic lessons. And I know we have some very important junctions going on. I think it's on the 21st of December. I think it's Saturn and Jupiter, if I'm not mistaken. And apparently that doesn't happen often. And I did feel in the other signs as well, and for quite a few of the readings in this month, that massive energies are coming through. I think it was for Gemini's reading or Libra's reading, where I felt like the energy right now is flowing from the ethers into the 3D. So a lot of powerful things are coming in, and a lot of manifestations are popping off, and I think more easily done, more easily manifested. So yeah, I definitely feel that powerful energy. And I feel like for the past couple of years, decades even for some of you guys, like I'm talking 10 to 13, sometimes 20 years, you went through that cycle and was meant to teach you everything up until this point. And now you get to decide, you know, do you want to continue being restricted by that baggage of the past 10 or 20 years? And that's a long time for us muggles in this world. Obviously for the universe it's like a matter of seconds. Or do you want to set yourself free from these burdens and release yourself and have your heart and energy connected to the stars rather than the devil? You know what I mean? It's a very big energy. It's also like, I think Jupiter and Saturn conjunction, I think there's Jupiter and Saturn, forgive me if I'm wrong guys, correct me if I'm wrong as well. But it's like, now is your karmic payout for all the lessons that you've learned, if you've indeed learned them. Do you want to miss out on the opportunity to receive those goodies? Basically the universe is saying it's goodies. So do you want to hold on to the crap, or do you want to receive your goodies? Which is it? So this brings me back to the Nine of Wands being closed off as well. And I spoke about it with my friend just a few minutes ago. And it's like, I explained that if you are closed off to love, or if you are closed off to anything else, you're closed off in general. The universe doesn't speak our normal English language or whatever language you speak here on earth, even if it's speak Latin. They just understand vibration and energy. So as far as the universe is concerned, if you're closed off, you're closed off. They're not going to send you anything. You're not going to receive anything. If you're open to everything, and you can't be selective to it, essentially. So let's take a look at the Eight of Wands. Two cards wanted to come out to clarify the Moon and the Two of Pentacles. So somebody's balancing the shadows. As I spoke about how it's about integrating your shadow and not changing a person, but integrating the shadow. That's that Two of Wands, it's balancing. But look at this as well. This kind of looks like the moon, doesn't it? Kind of looks like the moon. So there clearly are things that are hidden. And the Eight of Wands is that energy that wants to shift it into reality. So this pentacle here is real, this is ethereal. So I feel like the energy shift that's going to happen for you in the outer world is that because you change things on the inside, and this is always how it works, guys. This is why I like to do my readings exploring inner world and then outer world. It's that you shift it on the inside, and now what's coming down, as I said, with that energy flow, is things that were hidden are now becoming real. So this could be your abundance, this could be love, this could be anything that you've been wanting to manifest. The energies are ripe for that to happen. Let's take a look at the world. Or what's in the outer world, sorry. Death and rebirth. So this is the massive completion. I'm reading it as it's below the world card, and that's about completion. So you completed a massive cycle of energy that were meant to teach you lessons. So karmic lessons are done. Now it's time for your rebirth. And in your rebirth, you're going to find your authenticity, who you really are and what you really deserve and what you're meant to do in the next coming years. So this profound kind of energy is going to set the tone for your next lifetime, I suppose, because I think the next time we're going to have that weird conjunction is going to be in 2080 something. So will you even be alive by then? I don't know. Some might, some might not, you know. So this decision you're making, whether or not to open up in your life, or whether or not to persevere, whether or not to let go of the baggage, is now going to set the tone for the rest of your life, basically. At least for the rest of this lifetime. See one more for the outer world. The Two of Swords. Yes, so the Two of Swords is being stuck and conflicted, and we have the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, and that's speed and action and things wanting to come in really fast. Because like I said, energies are ripe for manifesting. But the Two of Swords here is being stuck. Why are you stuck? You have annoying crows kind of picking at you and you're blindfolded. It's this wounded warrior energy on the inside that needs to be resolved. It's letting go of the baggage, because you have the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands. You see how that progresses from the inside to the outside. So for some of you guys, I feel like you need to drop the burdens firstly, and you need to drop the guard. It's important at this point, if the universe is stressing to you, I want to give you your abundance, I want to give you your love, I want to give you what you deserve for all the lessons that you've learned. I just need you to just like drop that guard like a little bit so we can find a gap and push these things through. Because imagine if you have a closed door and there's only one door, because this is how energy works, there's only one door. And if it's closed because you don't want a relationship or you don't want to love again, well, there's a buttload of money waiting for you too, but your door's closed, so how is it going to come in? Now, alternatively, if you want love, but then you're blocking out the money, although I don't know why you would be doing that, but it's like the door is closed, plain and simple. So whether it's love or money, it can't come in. Whether it's the happiness, it can't come in. You know what I'm saying? So open the door is that message. So let's get some guidance from you guys, for those of you who are not joining me in the extended. And by the way, in the extended, guys, we're going to take a look at your blockages and challenges, and as well further advice and guidance. So what do you want to say to... Oh, hold on, I didn't do clarifiers for you guys, so we'll get to that. Sorry. We have create space, manifestation, and soul journey. This is exactly what I just channeled, and I paused for a bit because I was thinking whether or not I should pull the clarifiers, because I feel like the message here is so direct and simple. It's like, what do I need to clarify? The universe or spirit saying to me, what do you need to clarify? But you know we're nosy bitches, so I'm gonna pull the clarifiers in a minute. Manifestation, like I said, and look at this, guys. Look at what's coming. There's a light from this sort of temple area. I don't know if you guys can see it, and it's coming down. So this is something that's coming down for you. Energy is coming down from the ethers right now. It's like a one-shot stop. It's like an express delivery system. And then we have create space. And you have to create the space for this to come in, right? And how you do that is by dropping the burdens. Now, they're showing me the door again. When the door is open, this light can come in. So imagine if you're in a room and there's only one door, right? It's going to be a dark room if that door is not open, if it's closed. But when you open that door, you see light coming through. That's what the universe wants. And look at this as well. Yeah, it's like a little portal. It's like a little door. I don't know if you guys can see that, like a little hatch, and lights coming through the hatch like I just explained. So you need to create the space, drop the guard, and allow things to come in. And soul's journey is just basically what I explained about the fact that the past 10 years, 13 years, 20 years, however many years of your life you've been going through this journey, things now are at the point where they're going to shift into a new phase, a new cycle, a massive new cycle. So everything you've been through were lessons that you needed to learn to aid you in your ascension, in your spiritual growth, on your soul's journey, essentially, to lead you to the next point. So let's pull this clarifier, shall we? Take a look at 4 Wands, and please share my videos to friends and family and anybody you think might want to hear these messages, guys. I am really fed up with fucking YouTube and Instagram's algorithms. These platforms that were once very wonderful for content creators and to connect with people have become very sort of monetized and business-like, and it's kind of like, you know, it's becoming an egotistical situation here. This is not great. You know, but then at the same time, it is a good platform for a lot of people to connect with other people, which is what I'm intending to do, because I really want to connect with you guys and guide you through this journey. That's why it's called North Point Tarot, and it's guiding your spiritual journey. So let's take a look at the 4 Wands. We have the 3 of Wands. That's amazing. So this mermaid has a magnifying glass, and I feel like she's illuminating or magnifying the 4 of Wands. She's magnifying, it's just making it bigger. And I think the word I used was some big celebration or something, I can't remember. 3 of Wands is usually waiting for your ships to come in. But your ships are already in, it's just magnifying. I'm seeing that if you had 2 Wands, it's like you have double vision now. Then you can see them as 4 Wands. I don't know, maybe some of you guys wear glasses. Let's take a look at the Tower. We have the 4 of Swords. Interesting. The 4 of Swords is about surrendering to change. Surrendering to the Tower moment. When the Tower comes, don't resist. Just let it break down what it needs to break down, and let it carry you, they're showing me, let it carry you into the next stage, into rebuilding a different foundation. Because this person is resting in what looks like an ice coffin with a bunch of animals sitting around them. This could also be healing after a tower moment. This could be, you guys are healing after the many towers that you experienced, obviously, but it's more about surrendering to change. Let it happen. Let's take a look at the star, the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is that energy of finding, give me a second. Five of Pentacles is feeling left out in the cold, feeling sad, but with the star, it's finding hope in that. It's finding hope in the fact that you're left out, rejected, or if you're going through a period of lack, it's fine. It's having that renewed hope. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like this top row energy or these clarifiers were the old cycle, and the original cards that I picked for your inner world is the energy moving forward. So the Five of Pentacles, I feel, is that energy from the old cycle. The cycle of where you had to learn karmic lessons. One of them may possibly had to be with being left out in the cold, being rejected, or not feeling very rich, feeling lack mentality. But the Tower comes in to kind of heal and rebuild the foundation of you having hope this time around. Let's see the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Cups. Yes, this is the energy I spoke about. Queen of Cups is being open. She has some sort of cup that's sort of, it's like brewing. It's like, when steam comes out of hot coffee, it's kind of like that. But this is your magic. This is your manifestation. And with the Eight of Wands here, it's being open to receive all of these downloads, messages. So many things are going to come in for you. So many things that were previously hidden that you didn't see. With the Two of Swords, the reason why you didn't see it is because you were the wounded warrior. So you're still holding on to some old baggage, and that prevented you, because that's a lot of baggage. And they're showing me a room full of things, and you have this like small space to be in that you actually can't see what's ahead of you, because all of the things you have are just in your way, blocking you. So yeah, this is why you couldn't see. But now that you're open and you're willing to trust, and you're allowing this union, whatever union it is, to take place, and you're allowing the Tower to come and heal things and break down old foundations, that you're actually going to receive so much. Because the Eight of Wands is a lot. It's a lot of wands. Let's take a look at the World card. The Lovers, interesting. So the Lovers again is about choice. There's a mirror image in this card. So that's about, this could be a twin flame or mirror partnership, so twin flame relationship. But the World is, I feel, when you look at yourself in the world right now, when you look at yourself in the mirror right now, you see a completed person. You see who is authentically you. And it's because you were built up of the many layers of your experiences with the World card. I've been around the block, I've got the experience, and I even got the t-shirt. I've been around the world. So Lovers is also about choice, and I feel like it's the same person reflected back in the mirror, but in a different world, because the mermaid is looking at herself as a human. So I don't know how that relates to some of you guys, but you're looking at yourself differently. You're looking at yourself like the other half. Like I said, it's not about changing, it's about integrating your shadow side. So integrating the mermaid side of you and the earth side of you. And this is what's completed on the internal world. I feel like that was a successful integration or completion. The Lovers is also about choosing love. And here we have Ace of Cups. So it's reflecting back to you, your own self and your own version of you. Your own self-image. So if you are love, what do you think you're going to reflect back into the universe or into your reflection? Love. If you have self-doubt, negativity, what do you think is going to be reflected back to you? The same thing. And then with the Three of Wands, it's going to be magnified. So Four of Wands is coming into that union, that divine balance, that celebration, the harvest time, reaping what you sow. And this Three of Wands, I feel, is heavily that something is magnified, so it's twice as much. So the energy is intense right now. So be careful of what you're thinking about. When you look at yourself in the mirror, say loving affirmations to you. Say that you love you. Just look in the mirror and be like, bitch, I love you. Yeah, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look at the 9 of Wands. Wow, Scorpio's reading is amazing. I think Gemini also had a very beautiful reading about similar essence of, you know, going along the journey, completing a cycle, and now attracting in beautiful new love. The 3 of Swords, to clarify the 9 of Wands. Like I said, you wounded warrior because of the past pain and heartbreak. But that's actually creating a block for the beautiful energy of the Ace of Cups that wants to come in, and the manifestations that you truly deserve for all the lessons you've been through. There's just that one little block, which is that not wanting to put the guard down. Let's take a look at the 10 of Wands, the Judgment. Exactly, so you are rebirthing away from this 10 of Wands, but I'm also seeing that, as I said, the 10 of Wands is packing up everything and going. It's like you're not, and I just spoke about this to someone, that's what makes it so divinely guided here, guys. It's not ignoring what you've experienced or wanting to get rid of it or forgetting it. It's taking everything that you are up until this point and now rebirthing yourself into something more powerful, something better in the new cycle based on what you've experienced. So it's turning your pain into power. It's turning your experiences into knowledge with the World card. And it's also just, you know, integrating the shadow and integrating the lessons. What have you learned and how do you apply it going forward now into the new cycle? Let's take a look at your Ace of Cups, 7 of Wands. Interesting. So, you know, this is the block. You might be blocking off love if you're not willing to drop the guard and stop being the wounded warrior. Remember, all wounds will heal. But if you keep picking at it, it'll take longer to heal, and it may even get like fucking septic and gangrene and shit, right? So you have to let the wound heal and stop picking at it. So I feel like with the 2 of Swords and being the wounded warrior, it's like you got so used to being wounded that you kept re-picking the sore so that you can always be wounded, but you actually fucking yourself over by doing that. Pardon my language, guys. I have to be direct though. It is what it is. Let's take a look at the Devil. The 6 of Wands. So the 6 of Wands sometimes in reverse can be a little bit of an ego boost. So I feel like in the outer world, your ego may want to keep you restricted, but I do feel with the 6 of Wands, it's also about success. So you are successfully finding the hope, which is good. You're finding the hope where you were previously restricted by these negative thoughts, by the wounded warrior energy, past disappointments, feeling left out in the cold. You are finding hope, which is amazing. Let's clarify this Moon and 2 of Pentacles. The 4 of Cups. Interesting. So 4 of Cups is yeah, it's just being down and out. It's not feeling like you really want to do anything, go anywhere. I'm gonna pull one more for that, because this guy looks really sad with the bottle in his hand. And 2 wanted to come out again. So the Star and the Moon. Okay, so in both these images, and we have the Moon repeated again, so it's a double moon energy here. Like I said, everything's magnified times twice. You have 2 people calling. So I feel like very much someone is calling you, Scorpio, or something is calling you, or the universe is calling you, and you are in this 4 of Cups energy right now. And I feel like this reading is already getting into the blocks and challenges. This 4 of Cups energy is you're not hearing them. See, the mermaid's offering you the cup, the mermaid's calling to you, but you so I don't want to say grief stricken, but you're so like disinterested or wallowing in self-pity. There you go. So you're so wallowing in self-pity, you know, oh, I'm wounded, and you keep picking the scab, that these people are like shouting at you, hey, I have your manifestations, I have your love, you know, I have wonderful things for you. And you're just not hearing it. You're just not. And 2 of Swords, it's being stuck. It's a mental thing. It's an ego thing. So let's move on. Clarify the Death card. The Queen of Swords. Interesting. So the Queen of Swords is the one who has the guard. You know, I feel like she protects you, but it needs to rebirth. She needs to rebirth. Whether that's her sort of dying off, not literally, but letting the sword go and picking up the cup, because we have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So I had that in my previous reading for Aquarius as well, where Queen of Cups came out of the internal world and Queen of Swords came out in the external. And it's a similar energy of people needing to really open up that vulnerability and really just allow the universe. There's the Page of Cups, childlike innocence, opening up the vulnerability. Allow the universe to give you what you deserve for all the hard work. But it's like you have to break that barrier of that residual wound, you know, that you're just like so used to having as a protection mechanism. Let's take a look at the Two of Swords. The Ace of Swords, yes, I love it. So at some point, you need to pick a sword. You need to find that truth, you know. It's buried on a ship. So this is in the ocean, because this is a mermaid tarot. It's beautiful. And it's in a treasure ship or a sunken ship. So it's not like lying around in the ocean. You need to find it. And it is a treasure. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine you go diving and you find an awesome, oh my God, Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So that's about you finally finding the sword. See how she just like, oh, I found it. It's amazing. And she finds it as well in a cave, because you can see this hole here, and she went in the hole and found it. So digging deep to find your clarity. And I forgot what I was saying before that, so whatever. Knight of Swords. Oh my God, 2 Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, it's about fierceness, it's about bravery, it's about courage, but it's also about things are coming towards you. So you need to open the door so things can get in. Okay, so that's it for Scorpio. Hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see some of you guys in the extended. Until next time, bye.